build. Hmm. Alright, let's do it like this. Let's build this and then pump all industry into science. But before we do that, let's switch focus from industry to science itself. So we will build public-private partnership, switch to science focus, and then just pump all industry into science. So basically this is a very small system, not terribly rich. It's not gonna be like a shipyard world. It's basically just gonna pump out tons of science because something should, I think. Don't worry about my voice, I'll be fine. Oh, also, hello to everybody who I blatantly ignored in chat. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I really like this game. I'm a fan of the game. I wish I could show a bit more, but for now, this is still at the early going. Still waiting to research. This is the research tree. It's quite large, and it gets more expensive the further you progress to the edge of this circle. I'm right now working on this technology, which gives me a bunch of treaty options, because you can't just negotiate with aliens. You first have to research that, and this is going to be important because following that in the queue I have a technology that allows wormhole travel, which I will need. It also gives me reduces population disapproval, which basically allows me to expand a lot more. And following that I will be researching barren colony technology, because I want to colonize barren planets, because I have a couple of good ones and I can't colonize them. But first I need to travel through wormholes, but since I'll be meeting enemies and friends behind this wormhole, I need diplomacy technology. So there you go. Any questions you want to throw out, feel free. You could certainly yak about the game more. Okay, everything looks good here. The game's actually quite fast-paced for a 4X space strategy game. It's just me talking endlessly. Should have called the stream Endless Yakking. It's also multiplayer, and there we go. So we have wormhole. No, wait, that's next. That's next. Right now we have this. We have diplomacy. So far the only alien race I have met is one that has like a permanent eternal war trait. This means they can't be at peace with anyone, so basically they're the kind of race that consume the galaxy, consume resources, consume everything, and we're kind of evil humans, so we're not gonna get along. It's pointless to even try. What do we have here? I'm building warships. They're kind of cheap and basic, but certainly effective so far. They have been very effective in blockading all entrances to my space. Each turn the game gives you a bunch of pop-ups that need your attention. For example, this my homeworld has completed another ship, and you can see what's next in the queue. I've called the ship Regret because I wasn't sure if I was gonna regret that ship design. You can go to ship designer and you can choose any already existing design. You can modify it if you want. You can see this is your tonnage that you can use. You can't have more than this, so you'd have to, you know, take away maybe a shield. Actually, you can take off a couple of guns, keep the shields, add more missiles. No, I can't. There. Oh well, I guess I'll put those back. Well, somebody was gonna regret meeting this ship. Yeah, either me or the enemy. So far it was the other guys. But that's mostly because they didn't have actually... I don't think they had weapons. But it doesn't matter. Victory is a victory. Who cares? Yeah, I confirmed that I don't want to change anything. The interface is pretty sleek. Maybe slightly overwhelming to new players because there's lots of words and numbers and pictures and stuff. But it's laid out quite nicely. You can see all of your fleets, where they're going, whether they're in transit or already there, and you can also retrofit fleets, not retrofit, but you can retrofit them. So if you're improving, like research new type of missile or new type of engine, you can upgrade the design and pay to convert some of your existing ships rather than build new ones. So yeah, I'll just keep moving on. It's a shame that I had to meet the Cravers race, because I'm looking for somebody to trade with. Failing that, I'm looking for somebody to basically steal stuff from. Because I basically kind of want stuff. Okay, another ship being built. Mostly building ships because I... Was it hard to learn the game? No, because I have played games like Master of Orion and Sword of the Stars, and the 4X space games are some of my favorite games. And so this one wasn't difficult to learn. Basically, you start with one system, which is like your homeworld. This is the one colony and a bunch of other stuff that you maybe can't even colonize before you research. You research technology to colonize desert type planets or lava type planets, for example. They are mostly here in this exploration tree. So let's see, this technology, the blue ones I already have, the yellow ones I can research. So researching this gives me desert colonization, for example, in 4 turns. If I wanted it, I could have it, but it's not a priority for me. I want something else, which is these two. Also, you get a bunch of new buildings that you can research. You can survey moons. It gets more and more complex the further you go away from the center. Oh yeah, you basically increase population. You colonize other planets and other systems. Each planet gives you food, industry, science, and money. Money, you know what it is. It pays your upkeep. It pays for stuff. Science is spent obviously on technology. Money can also be used to buy stuff rather than wait for it to be completed. Industry, the more industry a system has, the faster you build stuff, like various system-wide improvements. This one, for example, costs 2 gold each turn, but it gives me +1 science for each population point on planet. So for now it will give me 1, 2, 3, 4 science if I built this. But I'm not gonna build it because I'm building warships, because I smell blood. I'm just not sure if it's gonna end up being my blood, but I have very aggressive neighbors, so I'm going to have to deal with them. And I have already explored this. The rest of the space is obviously unexplored. This is the galaxy as a whole. Graphics are quite nice in the game, I have to admit. While exploring, you can also trigger random events, give yourself some random bonuses or penalties, you never know. I've already then expanded to colonize a bunch of other planets, and this is a wormhole that links these two, and I'm still waiting for technology that allows me to travel. And what lies over there? Pirates and enemies, which is why I'm building warships.